Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So I know I look like really greasy, but that's just because I'm about to tell you why. Okay, so if you haven't seen from the title, then today we're going to be doing a video on the base makeup. All right, so it's summertime. Okay, you know what that means. So I know a lot of people say it's too hot for makeup, it's too hot to be wearing. It is too hot to have a cake face. Yeah, you're right. But I'm gonna be showing you guys how you can do your makeup and it can last all day and not be super cakey. So hey, that's a win-win, right? I don't know why I look so dark. I think it's because I just got the sun. But anyways, so if you want to know how you can make your makeup last all day in the summer heat all day and not look like a cake face, then just continue to watch. First things first, you gotta start with some good skincare, sis. Like I need all like tone, wash, tone, moisture, serum, SPF. I need it all. First things first, you gonna need an SPF. Like dark skin, light skin, white, Mexican, I don't care what color you are, you're gonna need an SPF, okay? Because the sun has really harmful rays and it can just do damage and it can just have harmful effects to your skin. So you're gonna definitely need an SPF. You're gonna definitely need a really good moisturizer. You need a serum. I use the rosehip serum and I use the hyaluronic acid, but you're gonna need a serum, okay? And yeah, so I don't, like even if you have oily skin, you're still gonna need a really good moisturizer, SPF, and a serum, okay? You have to make sure your skincare is in check before you start putting makeup on top of it. So why is my camera acting so weird today? Okay, so after you get your skincare together, that's when you want to get into your makeup. All right, so first off, primer. I know a lot of people, like some people don't even use primers. Me, I stand by primers because of the type of skin that I have. I have combo skin, and in some areas, like in my T-zone area, it gets really oily, kind of like right up in here. Sometimes it gets oily. And my makeup likes to crease in my left line. It creases a little bit under my eyes, and it creases. Yesterday, it creased like right here, like right there, and I was like, I don't know, maybe I'm eating too much and I'm getting a little whatever that thing called right there. I don't know, but that's where it was creasing it yesterday. So you want to tackle those areas and treat them as problem areas. So it's like I know that right up in here and right up in here I get oily, and right up in here is where I'll crease. So I'm going to tackle those areas as problem areas. So I have like couple of primers here to show you guys, like which one. This is the Milk Hydro Grip primer. Now this primer, I've only used this primer for a couple of times. I haven't really played with it that much because I kind of haven't been doing my makeup that much lately, for personal reasons. But I've used this like twice, maybe 3 times, and I did like the grip that it gave me. I don't recall it doing anything with the oils in my skin or whatever, but I did, like when I went to black, I didn't have a lot of oils on my skin. So this is the problem that I'm going to be using today, but I did like how it kind of blurred my pores a little bit. It's not a blurring primer, it's more of like a grip, so it's like grips the makeup on your skin, and I feel like it makes your makeup last longer because it grips it. It's like when you put it on, you kind of let it dry down, you can kind of feel the gripping effect, and so it like grips the makeup and make it last a lot longer, especially in the summer heat. And it also, in my experience with it, it also doesn't accumulate excess oils to make you oily, like super oily. And I have oily areas on my skin, so, but like I said, that's my experience with it. So I'm gonna be using this primer today. I also really like the Tatcha Silk Canvas primer, but I found that when I use this, it kind of makes me a little oily. I don't know why. I still haven't really, I don't know if it was like the products that I use with it or if it was the primer, but I know for sure that this one does me well, so I'm gonna use this one today. But this one is an alternative to pore minimizing. And then you also have primer sprays. So I have, well, it's all the way over there, but I have the NYX Bear With Me primer spray. I actually really haven't been using this so much because of the spritz on it. It kind of like spritzes out kind of weird. I don't really like that, but you want to use primer sprays throughout the day to help your makeup stay fresh. But anyways, we're just gonna keep going right here in this section part of the video. All right, so I'm just gonna put I think I'll be putting too much on, but I don't really care. So I just put like 4 little pumps on my skin, and then I just kind of like massage it, and I make sure I get it right under in my under eyes, since that's where I have really large pores. And then I also make sure I get it in my laugh lines, because my laugh lines crease. It's going to be color correcting. Now, if you don't really have problem areas on your face, you may not need to color correct. I have problem areas on my skin, so I'm going to color correct. This is a color correcting sponge that I got from Real Techniques. Alright, so I really like to use it because it's small and it kind of helps to get in those compact areas. Now, as far as using a concealer to color correct, I gotta find my concealer first. Okay, so a lot of people use orange concealers or peach concealers depending on the type of skin tone you are, and that's because orange/peach cancels out the darkness. So it's like I have darker, it's like I'm a little darker right here, I have dark marks, and so the orange or the peach color would cancel that out. But what I found to work for myself is that I use concealers that are like a regular skin tone color, but they have a really orange or red undertone. I found that it helps me conceal my dark marks a little bit more because they actually have a skin tone to them. They're not just orange, but they also have like that orange or red undertone. So I'm just gonna go in and like you see here where I have like multiple areas, like multiple like really small dots. Instead of like going and trying to get every dot, I'm just gonna like put it in that area. You know what I'm saying. Okay, so I just kind of do this, and I have like, that's not a dark mark, it's like a mole or something, but I'm still gonna like cover it up. So I kind of just put it in the areas where I have darkness. I don't put too much under my under eyes because I like my makeup creases there, so I don't put too much there. And by the way, this is the ColourPop concealer in the color Deep Dark 50. Yeah, so I kind of just put it in that area, and I put it around my mouth. And then I put like a little bit around my nose. Okay. And I'm just going to use this. It's damp. And I'm going to blend it out. Okay, so now I'm back. I just decided to go ahead and do my brows, you know, because, you know, I was off camera. May as well go do them because I definitely can't do them on camera because my brows are hideous and they take forever. So... and I mean, this video is not even about brows. But anyways, so I'll apply my color corrector, and as you can see, my skin is a little bit more even. That's what we want. A really good base to start with. So for foundation, now, depending on your type of skin, your skin type is, you know, gonna be depending on the type of foundation you want to go with. My skin type is combo, so I'm gonna go with something that's kind of, you know, pretty much in the middle. And another thing is, you don't want to go in. You don't necessarily want to go in with something that's super duper full coverage. And I say that because full coverage foundations tend to look really cakey. So you may want to, that's why I say you color correct first, because it'll help you to not have to like cover up so much with your foundation. So I'm going to go in with the Photo Focus Wet n Wild Photo Focus foundation. And it looks like I'm putting on a lot, but I'm really not. And it looks like this. It's in the color Mocha. So I'm just gonna apply that to my skin with a foundation brush, and I'm gonna buff it into my skin. Now, okay, maybe I should stop hitting my face that hard, but you know, you're just gonna want to like buff it in, not smear it, but buff it in. And then you're gonna want to blend it down here, just so you won't have any like weird line or demarcation. Then you're gonna go in with your beauty blender. Make sure it's damp, not wet, but damp. And then you're just gonna blend it in. My skin literally looks like I just have perfect skin. You can't even tell that I have on foundation because I went in and I used the damp beauty blender to get out all the extra, I guess extra foundation you could say. But yeah, so you see how this just looks like I have perfect skin? That's what we want. All right, so next you're going to go in with concealer. Now, depending on the type of look you're going for, if you have really, really dark under eyes, you may want to use something like a concealer that's really light, but you don't necessarily have to. So I'm not really going for a super duper highlighted look today. So I'm going to go in with something that's not that bright. So I'm going to actually be using my Maybelline concealer in the color 45 Tan. And I know it kind of looks really light, but it's really not. And another thing is you don't want to apply too much concealer. I'm literally going to apply like some dots. I usually apply like a whole strip down there, but I'm not going to apply that much today because we're keeping it really light and simple. So I'm going to go in with my, and instead of letting it dry down to obtain maximum coverage, I'm actually going to start blending it out now. And that's just so it won't have like a super duper cakey look. And then you're gonna like kind of like blend it out into the rest of your foundation. As you can see, the look that I have right now is like barely highlighted. It's not like super duper like Instagram baddie highlight. And then now for setting powder. So usually, well, I really like the Fenty Beauty setting powder, but it's kind of drying, and I don't want anything that's super duper drying on my skin. And I would usually use the Laura Mercier translucent setting powder, but it's really translucent. So instead, I'm going to go in with the deep, the Maybelline Fit Me powder in the color Deep, and I'm just going to apply this under my eyes. And the reason why I'm not using anything that's like, the reason why I'm using this kind of skin tone complexion one is because it's closer to my skin tone. It's not so bright. It's lighter than my skin complexion, so it's still, you know, good enough for me to use under my eyes, but it's not so bright. I don't know if that makes sense, but yeah. So I'm literally just going to use a little bit. Like, you can't even really tell that I put powder under my eyes. And then I'm also going to use some of this and put in my laugh lines just so they don't crease. So I'm not going to let that sit or anything. I'm just going to dust it right off. The reason why, I don't want my skin to suck I don't want the powder to suck all the oils out of my skin. Because we're going for a natural, like, well, not necessarily natural, but it's just like we're going for something that doesn't look super duper cakey and that's going to last all day. To contour / bronze, I'm going to use this Black Radiance concealer stick, and it's in the color Dark, I think. Alright, so now that we have our contour on, I'm going to go in with my regular brush, and I'm going to go in with my face powder, and this is what I'm going to do. We're going to get it in there a couple times, dust it off. And then I'm going to take my setting spray, whichever setting spray you want to use, and I'm literally going to spray my face, like give my face a really good spraying. And take my beauty blender on like a clean side and go in and buff it in. Now you look at me and you tell me if I look like a cake face. Alright, I know I don't, so. So I'm going to go in with my highlight. Now, you want to keep it kind of subtle with the highlight. You don't want like a super duper blinding highlight with like when your face not looking super duper cakey. I mean, that's just my preference. I mean, if you want to blind a highlight, girl, go ahead, do you, but I'm just saying, if you want to stick to the rules, then we're going to go subtle on the highlight. So I'm going to use my Blush and Ballet palette from BH Cosmetics, and we're going to use this middle one that's called Sunkissed. And that's all we're going to do. At this point, you're going to spray your face again. So I'm going to use the Urban Decay All Night Spray again, and then you're going to want to finish your eyes. So I'm about to go in and finish my eyes, and then I'll be right back. Alright, so here's the finished look. I just went and put some crimps in my hair. You know, just a little something different. So yeah, I just put some crimps in my hair. They're kind of uneven, like, on the side, but I was rushing because I have somewhere to be. But yeah, so I was just going to leave it natural under the eye, you know. but I decided to put some blue eyeliner under there, just to kind of like add some you know, something, some you know, to the hair or whatever. But anyways, yeah, so this is the finished look. So here's your I'm trying to put my earring back in. Yeah, so here's your summer look that's gonna last all day. Okay, that's not too cakey. You can't, you know, look at my face and look at my chest. Like, girl, level up. Well, yeah, so here's the finished look. Okay, so like, comment, and subscribe to support my channel. Yeah, and comment below something, just, you know, to let me know you watched. And yeah, so I guess I'll see you guys in my next video. So yeah, I don't have nothing else to say, so make sure you follow me on Instagram. Bye, guys.